Triangles. Let's talk about some basic features of a triangle. First off, hopefully you know there are three sides. And if you measure the interior angles, or if you take the measure of the interior angles and add them up, they equal 180 degrees. That's really, really important. So for example, if you're asked to find the missing angle of this triangle, anytime you see this notation, that means that that's a 90-degree angle. So you have 90 and 53. Which means that to find this angle, that what we'll do, we'll take 180 degrees, subtract 90, and subtract 53. 180 minus 90 is 90, and 90 minus 53 is 37 degrees. So this angle is 37 degrees. So you may see it marked up like that also. Now some definitions. A right triangle is a triangle that has only one right angle. It can only have one right angle because since this one is 90, these other two have to equal 90 to equal a grand total of 180. Since this one is 36, we can actually just take 90 degrees minus 30 degrees, 36 degrees if you want to do it that way, which gives us 54 degrees. So this angle will be 54 degrees. Now, an acute triangle is a triangle with all acute angles. What acute means, it's an angle that's less than 90 degrees. So an acute triangle is a triangle whose angles are all less than 90 degrees. So for example, we have 70-70, which is 140. And if we subtract that from 180, we'll see that we have a 40-degree angle left over. Since all of these are less than 90 degrees, it's called an acute triangle if all the measures of the interior angles are less than 90 degrees. Obtuse triangle is a triangle containing one obtuse angle. That means it has one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. So for example, this angle is 100 degrees, which is more than 90 degrees, so therefore the triangle is obtuse. If you want to find angle A, you do this. You could take 180 degrees minus 100 degrees, which is 80 degrees. Let's subtract 38 degrees, we get 42 degrees. So this angle is 42 degrees. You can only have one obtuse angle, one that's greater than 100 degrees. So this is the obtuse angle. So the obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. Acute triangle has all acute angles. And then we can look at the sides. Scalene triangle is a triangle with no congruent sides. If you ever see these marks, that means that these are all different side measures. So none of them have the same side measure. So none are congruent. Congruent means they have equal side lengths. Isosceles is a triangle with two or three equal sides. Where in most cases you want to think of it as two. That's how you want to really think of it. Some books include three equal sides, but most books say two. This is a true definition of it, but you probably won't think of it as two sides. Then equilateral is a triangle with three equal sides. All sides are equal, for example, like this one where the marks are all the same. Isosceles, these two have the same marked sides. And so equilateral, isosceles, and scalene refers to the sides. Obtuse, right, and acute refers to the angles. So these are definitions that you want to become familiar with. And the most important thing is that if you take the interior angles of a triangle, take their measures and add them up, you will always get 180 degrees.